Yep. But spells are
Okay.
less intrusive.
Because I'm about to make myself probably more work, and then we could start heading, and I'll just keep at. Okay.
Well, what are
It's
we doing right now?
if you allow it. Fawn's gonna go ask for her wish
Okay. I
really
think this
quick.
is as like Fawn gets like the tail end of Lotto walking by her after his boon.
I think I think she looks down as he passes, and she doesn't really have to say anything out loud. Says, "Nice shoot." Thank you. And he intentionally shows it to
I wish
show
it wasn't cutting out
the,
so
the
much.
gleaming. Oh no! Hold on. Hold on. It's better when I bring y'all close. I just.
It's not better.
It was not better when you were bringing us closer.
Okay. This is horrible. Okay. Is there anything that you can think of off the top of.
Go to. Alright, let's do this. Start by showing your full computer screen. We're
Yes,
gonna change
okay.
some
Share.
Discord settings.
Share screen. Ba-ba-bum. Hello, can you see?
Yes. Okay. Cool.
I know I'm sharing on Discord, but ooh.
Yeah, it's fine. Go to your Discord settings.
Okay. Ba-bum. Ba-da-dum.
Myself. Okay.
Oh,
and
Game
then
Boy.
voice and video.
Okay.
Give it microphones. Blue snowball. Scroll down a little bit for me.
Yes.
Turn off your noise suppression. So.
Whoa. No, this one.
Yeah.
None?
Yeah.
Okay.
Start talking in a long sentence.
Oh no. Hold on, I'm gonna read. Oh, I'm not gonna read that because I'll put that away. You start with the following equipment. Background. Light
No,
cross.
that did not fix. Okay.
Well-
Scroll up.
Okay.
We're going to change the input sensitivity. So go to your input sensitivity. It should say automatically determine input sensitivity.
Whoa. Here?
The lower.
Ba
Lower.
ba 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 ba.
Input sensitivity.
This guy.
Turn that off. Yep.
This one?
Yep.
Okay.
Drag that further to the left.
How far?
Start talking a long sentence again.
Okay. What am I gonna? Authorized apps, devices, connections, clips, billing settings, in Nitro, server boost, subscriptions, gift inventory billing, app settings, appearance, accessibility, voice and video, chat notifications, keybind language, Windows settings. How long am I doing this?
You did not break up a single time.
Okay, cool. Do we think this was possibly it?
Yeah, sometimes that's a little wonky. Turn how you normally face and then start just saying stuff.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna put my microphone back where she normally sits.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, friends. I'm really hoping that this works now. I don't have anything else to read, so I'm just going to ramble on about things that... Oh my god, I actually do! I'm reading about this book. Congratulations, y'all are going to hear about my smut book that I'm reading. There's fairies, and this girl, she was like a human, right? And then she dies. Oh my god, spoiler alert. But then all of the fairies are like, oh, she did us a service by killing the queen. And they all gave her a piece of their life essence, and she came back to life. But now, plot twist, she's a fairy, and now she gets to watch all of her human family members die. And on top of that, she is like, because she has the essence and the power of every single person that has like poured their power into her to give her life, she has the power of every single one of them. And they're starting to wake up, and she's learning how to control them. And now every High Lord is wanting her for themselves, and they all want to like make her a part of their court. And she's like, nah, bitch, I want to be my person. I want to be my own self. Anyways, how'd that go?
Not even a single breakup.
Snaps and claps, Alan. You're techno Jesus.
The only thing I heard is I am not reading that book.
Stop streaming.
What?
I said stop streaming.
Oh.
Is it breaking
Here.
up for you, Tori?
Yeah, no, it's not breaking up for me. All I said is I'm not reading that book.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Here's
hey.
the second book. I just sent it to you guys.
Sydney.
She's going on about her smut now. Alright.
Ah!
What?
Herman.
Oh,
Herman.
thank God.
Oh no, hey, I actually need to go check on him. He's limping.
Oh?
What?
What happened? What did you
He was limping, apparently.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you faker. Oh, you faker.
The best part about this, we can hear her
You
background
just
more
wanted
clearly,
my
too.
love. Come here. Oh. You could have just come over here and asked for it. Little asshole. He's fine.
We heard.
He's dramatic.
I wonder who he gets it from.
Not me. Preposterous.
Hmm.
Okay, am I fun again? Yes. I did not mean to click that animal handling as mushy earlier.
Hey, boss, it's fine. Cool. So, you've complimented Lotto's hooves, and he showed them to Fawn, and that's where it started breaking up.
Okay, great. Hopefully we don't have to do this again. Okay. She complimented it and he said, "Thank you." And then he high steps a little bit more, accidentally, air quotes, showing off his hooves with every single step. As he makes his way over to the rest of the group. Mushy is in his hands.
Great. And that did not break up at all, so that's good. So we've made genuine progress.
Yay! Snaps and claps.
Now just tinker
Ah!
Tori's one of these things. Hmm?
Sorry, Herman jumped on the desk and scared me.
He just wants love. Okay.
He really does.
Cool. Sir is holding Mushy still in his hands, and before slowly giving him the Fawn.
Thank you for recovering him.
You're welcome. He's no longer as squishy as he once was.
Fun's gonna look down and press the top of his cap. Oh, the shoe's gone.
The shoe will be gone as long as he doesn't get hit with a very heavy shoe.
She nods. Like a stone giant?
Approximately.
Or would your boot do justice?
My boot. Probably.
She pretend gasped and Mushy looks at him and says, "Please don't. I will never say hello, I promise."
Not even a hi, how are you?
He shivers.
Something in the air made him cold.
I think Fawn will put him between her antlers on top of her head. And he's just gonna nestle in. Thank you for taking care of Lotto as well. I see.
Of course, he had asked for a boon, and he is connected to you, so I would not see why I would not give him one.
Brownie points, boy, trying to make some brownie points, bum bum.
Do you... I was curious if this was like a contract that the sages have. Are you obligated to help, or do you all just help because that's what you do?
There are very few and remarkable people out there who have the courage to come to us out of their own selflessness, and we wish to help them achieve what they always desire. That is our goal.
She nods. Okay, that lifts the weight a little bit. I would hate it if all of you were doing this because you were forced to do it.
I am guessing that you're asking that because you're worried that you feel like you're going to be using me.
Oh, not yet.
Man wishes.
She giggles. Not yet. I just, she looks back at the group and then back to him. I just want to be a little bit stronger. And her eyes glimmer a little bit with the old Fey magic that that was written in the stone from Petra. And I'm willing to make a deal if I have to for it.
And what's that deal you're looking to try to achieve?
Firstborn child. Kidding.
She takes a deep breath. And then she looks at Mr. Pretty. And she picks up Mushy, hands him to Mr. Pretty, and says, both of you go play. And Mushy says, you are not sending the children away. How dare you? And he's just yelling as Mr. Pretty flies them away.
Mr. Pretty like, Mama wants some privacy. She's tired of our shit. Moving on.
And Mr. Pretty automatically goes to Yuri. That is not what I meant to do. Okay. I don't like it. I don't like it. I tried it again. I don't like it. Okay. She's gonna step up to him and say, how about I tell you what my ask is, and then you tell me what it'll cost?
We can go with something like that.
Her smile immediately lights and her tail starts wiggling, and she says, I want to become an archdruid.
Jesus.
You want to become an archdruid?
She has tiny little stars on her eyes. And she nods. Yes, please.
Have you asked any of the other sages about this request? Or am I the first?
Not this one. I mean, I asked about immortality and all of that stuff too, but I was told the same thing that you told Mishy, I'm probably sure. Not this, though.
I am unable to make you an archmage, or an archdruid, or anything higher than what you are.
She nods.
However,
Understood.
there is a sage who can do that.
Uh-oh. She turns and looks at the camera and says, side quest, and then turns back.
It's the sage we're going to, Yuri says from the middle of nowhere. Confusing the shit out of Mushy and Mr. Pretty.
Just everybody. Mr. Pretty, huh?
There's only one sage left. Do the math.
I know.
holding up this notebook with red ink and purple ink, and then a tiny drawing of Mushy, and then a boot.
And Eerie with the poster board jumping in the background. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone complaining they gotta pee.
Then I'll wait. And her tail starts wagging. And then she crosses her arms and says, okay, can you give me the ability to bring somebody back from the dead once?
I cannot do that.
Fuck! She bites her lip. Okay. Ooh! She's gonna point her finger guns out at him and say, can you make it with fire too?
Nah. You've gotten that blessing from a different sage. I can't cross blessings.
She looks at her hand she has out and then holds up her other hand and begins to smile.
I can't do that one, though. He's going to slowly grab Fawn's hand that she has held out, and he is going to kiss her hand.
Mushy.
And her fingers and palms will light up with this bright flame. And it's warm, but it doesn't hurt.
I think she pulls it immediately too close to her face.
It still can blind you, but
It's
it won't.
pretty though. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I am surprised that you did come with us, but I am grateful.
And why is that a surprise? Oh, I think City broke.
Okay, hey, I can hear y'all again.
Oh, yeah.
All I heard was bam, bam, and that was it. And then you guys were gone, and I was like, well, that was ironic that that's where it cut.
Funny shit.
That wasn't
I was like,
live.
fades to black. I was like, did everyone get quiet? And I saw nobody's mic was green, and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I had said I think City broke because your mic was just solid green and nothing was happening.
Oh, cool. I also think that you guys might be picking up my birds that I
Yes,
have on
we
for
can
my
hear the
cats.
birds, but I don't
in
give a shit.
Yeah.
Where's the part where I care? I'm not here.
Nah.
Okay, maybe I do have the sensitivity up way too high, but okay.
Hey, Sydney.
It's not a problem.
my God.
anyways.
Care.
Oh my god, can y'all hear my bog rip now?
Yes, we can. We can, in fact, hear the bong rip.
That was me turned away. Delicious. Okay.
And dungeon.
Hey, it stops you from cutting out, so
Yeah, I don't give a shit what else I hear as long as I can actually just hear you for a change.
The next time I get up, I'll turn off the... not turn it off, I'll turn it down because I probably shouldn't be this loud either. Lee's trying to sleep.
It's birds. Can he not sleep through birds?
Oh shit, I am going to turn that off though because that's going to drive y'all nuts. My air purifier just kicked into hot gear. Jesus. Okay, I turned it down anyways. It was on 28.
Well, that's actually pretty loud.
I don't know what the fuck my husband was watching earlier, but damn.
It probably was a lot quieter than that. Whatever he was watching. Because it's stupid. The volume controls are like bullshit. Because they make everything a different audio quality and it drives everyone fucking insane.
Hello, Samuel. Where did you come from? I haven't seen you all night.
What do you mean all night? You took pictures of him and video of him, bitch!
Sandal.
I was being dramatic.
Sandal. I thought you said Sammy.
Oh, I said Samuel.
Oh.
I said Samuel. It was my
right.
cat, but I did not say Sammy. I said Samuel. Sorry.
You're fine.
He just jumped in my lap. I keep forgetting we need to cut his claws. Okay. Wonderful. I do not remember the last thing that was said after bam bam.
That was it. It was your response.
Okay. Oh great. I don't think I heard what you said. As I said, I said that it was surprising, but I was grateful.
Okay. And then Tori did that, and then I hadn't said anything yet. There's no reason why I wouldn't be here. You all have helped me, and I wish to reciprocate that feeling.
Fawn's ears sink a little bit, and then she says, I do want to make you aware of a danger that has been made aware to us. And she kind of like gestures over her shoulder to everybody. There's he appears to be a drow, a darker elf that is
Racist! I'm sorry.
That's in a white cloak. If you come across him, he is not your friend.
I will keep that in mind. I have yet to meet one.
I met him in the basement. He shows up wherever he wants. So please be careful. And she'll step up to him, put a hand on the hand that he kissed on his chest, and then kiss his cheek before stepping back and bowing her head again. Eerie, you feel Lotto beaming because he watches Fawn bow her head, and you immediately feel proud dad syndrome right next to you. Proud dad energy.
You've done good, Lotto.
He just looks up to Eerie and immediately pushes his head into her. Hey, Lotto looks beefier, by the way.
I just assumed that he's finally gotten a good meal.
He's been working.
He is a beef boy now. Lotto went from... Hold on. I actually want to tell you guys this because this is hilarious. Lotto went from, I think he had 72 hit points to 186.
God damn.
He rolled that good.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
LOL. LOL. Okay.
She'll give him head scratches.
So I added Call Fire to your spell list, Sydney.
Thank you very much.
It'll basically use all the same stuff as Call Lightning, it's just fire.
Hell yeah!
I mean, she's got fire and lightning fingers. That's good.
I get a
for Asia.
spare moment with Esther, don't I? After he does his wish.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Esther's gonna wait a while, approach Surtur in private, and
But I know where he's going, because, yeah.
after a half hour, he's going to just walk out and go back to the room. That's not the right one.
Who?
That was
Not the one I'm
first sage.
fucking.
That ain't my elf.
I imagine, like, they're hanging out, like, more leisurely. Like, in their own, like, little private living room. Kind of deal thing.
Yes.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Like, Erie's taking a power nap and wakes up blinking really hard. How much did I smoke? She'll, like, sit up and, like, start tapping where her little ashtray is and look and go, there's nothing fucking in there. What?
You haven't smoked anything.
Oh.
You've just been napping.
Hi, honey.
Esther will sit
have you
down
been
next to her.
She'll stretch and then reach over and pull him into her.
He'll place his head into Erie's chest.
Where did you go?
I had just asked for a boon.
And what did you have your boon be?
I think you'd be mad if I said it.
She's gonna shove his face just a little bit harder into her boobs. Okay, go on.
I'm not gonna say it.
Well, you said I'm gonna be mad.
If I have to use it.
She's gonna pause for a long minute and go, you didn't ask for my life to be saved if I die, did you?
No, not exactly.
No, that's some Elsbeth type shit.
That's a
What do you mean,
Nevaeh
not
type shit.
exactly? What did you do?
If we won't have to use it if it doesn't happen. So don't worry about it.
I'm proceeding to worry about it now.
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Right, but if I don't know what's supposed to happen, how do I stop it from happening?
We just hope. That's all.
I don't like that answer. I have a god that speaks to me. I have my own god that speaks to me. And I don't know what god we're hoping on.
Probably no god.
On Lady Luck?
A little bit.
Ooh, that one's the worst. I hate that one. Not against Lady Luck. Does, like, polite things. Hand gestures. Never explains anything.
I wouldn't worry about it. I know if I even bring it up to Fawn, she's gonna try to pester me about it too.
Well, what are you gonna do to make me stop asking?
gonna keep telling you I love you.
She'll just hug him close. And because he's so short, she's gonna straight pick him up, lay down on the couch and lay him on top of her, and just hug him more. Straight cocooned.
There's nothing I wouldn't give to protect you all. I promise that.
If I lose you, I don't want to live. And I am not living on in some world where you decide you take my place.
That's romantic. But it's not a choice we have at the end of the day.
It's not romantic, it's the fucking truth. And I'm not doing it again.
I know. I won't ask you to. No, just keep his face pressed into her.
Which is why you did it yourself. I don't think there's anything else she can say after that. She's just upset. Then later she'll visit Ravel and do all of that. And when she's down there visiting Ravel, she's going to start up the engine. And probably stay up and guide the ship to where it needs to go. The ship, the castle.
Sydney's just sinking down. Oh boy.
Bitch, what are you sinking down for? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Oh, it was the entire time that the two of them, I was like, oh no, mom and dad are fighting. Oh god, mom and dad are fighting. Oh no. Why dad keeping secrets?
It's dad keeping secrets.
Yeah, about his wish or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why, Dad? Ugh.
Dad thinks he's doing what's best.
A few days go by as the castle moves at full speed, entering into this where the sun would be shadowy plains.
This is no Shadowfell of mine.
Yuri, you know the shadows have encroached farther than where they normally would be, bordering the other regions where you've saved the sages.
So it doesn't look better?
It looks worse.
I feel like we wasted our time.
Fawn's gonna pull out her eyeball, her Petra, that was eventually, I think, was tied to Petra at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's gonna pull it out and start looking at it.
Eyeball is closed.
Gary just continues on course.
Slowly, the castle begins to land on its own.
Like it's being tethered or pulled.
When you go back down to the engine room, the engine is overworked.
What?
That's never happened before. It's the shadows, isn't it?
Ravel's gonna come out of his room and look at the engine. I don't think it can handle this environment too well.
As the castle starts to land, can she rush back up and try and get it to land outside of this area?
Yeah, you can navigate it to where it lands like outside of the shadowed area, like right on the border.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Then when we run back down, it looks fine.
Yeah.
Right?
It starts up again, sounds normal.
Okay. She'll take it like a good extra... whatever. It might take them like an hour to walk to get to the shadow. She doesn't care. She just wants that space in between the castle and the shadow to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, please.
That's settled, that's set. How's everyone else on the ship been? How's our what spicy gossip did we get from Mr. Pretty?
What have I gleaned?
Gromor and Abaddon's relationship is very much on threads.
Ooh. Why? Like, what is being said?
Even though I love that Alan immediately jumped into the tea. Please continue. Please continue.
They're at the point where, even after this, if Gromor still picks fights with these people who've helped him and who've saved his life, Abaddon's going to denounce Gromor entirely and just worship someone else.
Ew!
You know,
Delicious.
I've seen this woman smoke so much weed and just talk so happily to her god. Maybe I should follow her.
Basically.
Yeah, because Erie's like, you want to
These
blunt?
people are so much happier.
They have a family.
Yeah.
They're
They have a
happier.
family. They give a shit.
They care about each other, and you just seem to only care about what your father thinks about you. Even after you lost that pendant, you just seem to be stuck. And I cannot be dragged
Mr.
down with
Pretty.
you.
Popcorn, popcorn, popcorn.
Mr. Pretty ends major image and bows.
Jeez. Are the rest of them okay though?
Yeah, the rest of them are like have been training, accustomed to the ship.
They seem
all,
excited to be here.
They all have actually
How?
gotten very interested in Nold's humans and houses.
Oh, that's cute. So they're all just like,
They've all started a session of humans and houses, and
yeah. But
they
this
all
little dude who
agreed.
can't fight worth shit.
Yeah, and they all agreed. Once we come back, we will continue this session.
Aww.
Bridget, why are you not going to work? It's a Tuesday. Oh my god. Okay.
Cindy's like, they need to live now so they can continue. So they can
Yeah.
have their sessions.
How did everyone react when they met Ravel?
The people who were, like, you brought them in, the only person who really reacted was Abaddon. The rest of them were pretty chill with Ravel. They're like, you've been around this guy, he seems very nice. And Ravel seems genuinely happy to have more people.
Oh, okay. He's like, ooh, more people to talk to. Has he tried to talk to any of them, or he's mostly been keeping up with Val?
He's been teaching, like, some of the Rose and, Rose Ezrath and, shit, I forgot her name.
You're fine. I don't remember their names either.
Yeah. He's been teaching, like, the three, like, fighters, the demigod and her
This
two
one?
fighters, yeah, how to cook, like, how to cook desserts. So they had, like, an entire,
Fuck
like,
you.
messing up the kitchen bit.
You haven't added her to my harem yet, so I don't know who she is.
I'm not sure to my
Jesus.
hair yet.
She's not in my slut pile, so I don't know who she is.
She's not my
No,
slut
I
buddy.
meant picture-wise on the side.
Oh.
I wrote her name down somewhere. I just gotta go
I'm
find it
sorry.
I
No,
think
it's fine.
Skoja?
now. Yeah, it was
Skoja
something
of
like that.
this.
Yeah,
But
the
I
barbarian.
don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so everyone's been relatively getting along. It's the only T has been with like Abaddon, Grelmore, and like everyone else has been like avoiding trying to be near them for the tea. Like they know there's tea there, but they're like, we've got other things to focus about. Plus, all these people are like fun.
I imagine that a few times, like, since things are like a little bit tense between Eerie and Esther, but it's not like
Relationship
the
breaking
end
tense.
of the world. Yeah, it's not relationship breaking tense. It's just I wish you wouldn't have done that, and I'm still mad that you did that. But I still love you. But I need like 2 hours, okay? And she would probably go over to Abaddon's the
Ezekiel.
other Ezekiel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'd probably like try and hit him up and go like, "Hey, you want to smoke or drink or something? Hang out for a minute, talk about old shit."
Perk up.
20. So yes, he will happily take a blunt from Eerie.
I think they'll just talk about like, if he wants to, what life used to be like. Like, not necessarily glory days, but just like, what do you miss most about him? Do you remember when the king and queen did this? Do you remember when the prince knocked up someone's other law and then they had to change all the marriage ceremonies and it was a nightmare?
I think he'll admit that he wasn't there for most of those.
Oh, well, that's a shame. What were you
I
there
had-
for then?
Not many things. I was mostly sent to and from outposts.
I think I visited most of the outposts. They all became a blur.
The ones in the farthest south, where the snow would be the only illuminated light.
Oh, that was my favorite place to be.
Every time it snowed
My mother
there,
liked.
I would always think that this is the brightest the Shadowfell has ever been.
It was. My father used to be able to hide just in plain sight. Be like the hills got larger, but they purred.
And then the crunching of the snow breaking the ever clear silence.
Did you ever lay, I don't remember what it was called. It was some sap into the snow. Just long enough for it to freeze and eat it.
All the kids at the outpost would want some.
It just never ended.
Those are pretty much the only times I do miss.
You don't miss your parents?
I'd never really got along with them, to be fair. They didn't want me
Oh.
to enlist. I did anyways. Been disowned a couple times.
Why
You know.
didn't they want you to enlist?
They wanted me to be in the family business of wine crafting, but I never.
Wine?
She's gonna
Hell
grimace
yeah.
us a little bit. Oh.
I never wanted to hunt the Shadowfell for actually any non-poisonous berries to actually create the wine.
You mean the ones that fight back?
Don't get me started on those.
Yeah, I don't really blame you on that.
I thought I heard fayberries were worse.
No. They just try to eat you. Well, or trade your soul for something. Well... Did you get to see them before the end?
No, I didn't.
Do you regret it?
At times. But the last thing I said to them was, I love you both and I hope that we cross paths sooner or later.
Oh,
My bad, Pam.
I heard a lot of movement.
My bad, Pam.
Kraken.
You good? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I unmuted by accident, and I was just capping my tiny M&Ms.
You're fine. Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad you did enlist.
Why, so
Even
you have
though it's
another
not
Zekiel
glamorous.
to yell at?
She's gonna roll her eyes. So that I have someone else who understands. Even though I don't wish it on anyone.
And you have that elven man. What was his name? Esther?
Yes, I have my boyfriend.
Elven man, back the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Do you have something against elven men?
No, it's just an interesting choice. Not in a
She's
bad
gonna
way.
look at him.
Not in a bad way. But
How is he any different than a drow? Tell me that.
Get him! Sorry.
he's just not someone I expected. From you, at least.
Well, he didn't look like that when I first met him. He was covered from head to toe. I couldn't see any part of him. Only his mask.
So you're into the
He was
mysterious
respecting
type.
the dead. No.
He's gonna lean closer,
We were
but
with-
it sounds like you're into the mysterious type.
And it sounds like you're into men who are mysterious and have daddy issues.
Snaps and claps.
I'm into men who respect life and death. And that's exactly what he was. And that's exactly what he does. Or that's exactly what he was doing, and that's exactly what he does.
I need to do.
He cared for complete strangers like I do, with their whole heart and soul. And that is something admirable.
I can already kind of tell he's not fully well.
No. But after defeating whatever's happening, he should get better. And she does like stutter for a second, like she's convincing herself that he will get better. There is no option but for him to get better.
He'll give a slight nod. I hope you're right. He seems like a good person.
I can't imagine my life without him.
And I sometimes feel the same about Grelmore, even though he's becoming more of a pain in the ass than I want to admit.
So what brought you to him? Seriously. What called to you?
He's a sweet person when he's not trying to prove himself to people who don't matter.
And why does he keep proving himself to people who don't matter?
I don't know. I wish I did, but I don't.
She'll take a hit, and she'll think for a minute, and go, but me talking to him is definitely a poor idea, right?
As of right now, yes, because he's pretty pissed off at me and the world itself, but, you know.
I heard some mumble that he said that you should just run off with me? Or something?
Oh, that was a threat. He didn't take me seriously.
Oh, you threatened to run off with me.
Yes, not in a platonic way, just in a maybe platonic way? Just friends. As knight person?
As in, this is a really cool castle and it wouldn't be bad living here.
I already found the comfiest spot in this entire castle.
Where is it? She's gonna smile.
It is by the back row of cannons. There is this nice cool draft where the nice cool air comes in if it gets too hot, and it is a blessing in disguise.
I was lucky enough to have a room that has that. Then again, we were one of the first to get here.
Yes. What's his name? Agmos was telling me how nice your bed was.
Yes, he makes a point to sleep on it.
He seems like he sheds a lot.
He does.
Gross.
But comparatively, when he had no flesh, it's not that bad. I'd rather have fur than blood. Or rotting corpse.
Right.
Yeah. You are aware that he's the one who did it, right?
So you've told me.
Yeah.
So he's told me as well.
Yeah.
He'll stand up and set the blunt into the bowl. Thank you for this.
Of course. Whenever you want to see me, you'll know where I'll be.
He'll smile. As long as we survive this.
We're going to. I've lived through too much for this to be my end.
No, that was my shoulder.
You actually said that.
No, that was my shoulder.
Oh no, you
That's
correct
my shoulder.
things. Need help?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Anyone else talk to anyone else on the castle?
Vaughn does say her goodbyes, but that'll be a lot. We don't gotta do that.
Yeah. I think, for shits and giggles, I figure out where Grelmore sleeps.
Oh no.
And for the entire time that he's there, I'm gonna hide a blunt under his pillow.
You're gonna put a blunt. You're the blunt fairy.
Yeah. I'm just like, every single day, every single time, if I notice that it's missing before he goes to bed, I put another one there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if he finds it, gets rid of it midday, there'll be another one, and then there'll be another one, and then there'll be another one. I want this man to be like, why the fuck? How the shit is there this much weed on this castle? And where the fuck is it coming from? And have, like, something else to talk about instead of just daddy and boohoo daddy.
Okay. I'm gonna say.
So we're at this massive shadow thing.
You'll
and
say your
this
goodbyes.
is where we end. And I get Val back for now.
You all, as the ones you selected who are leveled up with their gear, walk into the shadow.
Yay!
The air is cold,
Not fucking gay.
sunless, and deprived of life. As you continue walking through this barren wasteland, you all enter into this familiar town to Erie. Long cracks in the ground, splitting homes, torn banners of the Zekiel Kingdom.
And a lot of random burial plots. Or seemingly random.
This is where we end tonight.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, only because it's almost midnight and you two work.
Unless if I call off again, joking.
You fucking